No matter where you sell your products or what products you sell, there are certain human traits that are going to cause people to buy more from you or buy less from you or not purchase from you at all. So today we're going to go over 8 different strategies I've learned from watching so many YouTube videos, from listening to different podcasts, from reading different books. Alex Hormozi has been specifically helpful, and from just learning from different business coaches that I've worked with for my businesses. And these are strategies influenced by human traits that again cause people to trust us or not trust us so that we can inspire more purchases for our store. And the first one is called urgency. Urgency uses deadlines to get people to purchase instead of them just waiting to purchase at the right time, and then they completely forget about your brand. Etsy sellers use this all the time, even if they don't notice. But you can see here, often when someone's running a sale, you'll see a lot of the times they end decently quick. So this one says right here, sale ends in 12 hours and 13 minutes. This is so people who are on the fence about buying today will probably choose to buy today instead of wait for a few more days because they're scared of missing out on this deal. This is why me and thousands of other Etsy sellers use short time frame windows for sales. So maybe I'll run them for 3 or 4 days instead of just having on a month-long sale. Because usually on that last day specifically, I see an increase in sales because people have FOMO and don't want to miss out on that sale that won't be there tomorrow. This is why people who have courses give you a discount in the first week after you sign up to watch their webinar or one of their free trials. Because if you forget about them after a week and you assume maybe you're going to buy in 2 to 3 weeks, there's a much higher chance that they're going to forget about you and not purchase at all. This is why most of the emails that you'll get from different brands are things like coupon expires tomorrow, last chance, the biannual sale. These are to spark urgency, getting people to purchase today instead of trying to hold off on their purchase. So if you sell stuff online or even in person and you're not running short time frame sales, you are missing out on sales. Don't just never offer sales, and also don't just run sales that never end. This is a mistake I've made, having just a coupon code that runs forever. Again, people are going to forget about it, not purchase from you, and you're going to be missing out. The next one is extremely similar but different, and it's an alternative strategy if you don't want to have urgency, or you can add this on top, and this one is called scarcity. This one is the use of limited stock to get people to FOMO and purchase before you're all out. So we see examples like this on Etsy where people say only have 20 in stock. Like this ring here says only 9 left and 1 is in cart. So that means soon there might be only 8 left. And if this is something that I really wanted, this is gonna cause me not to wait to tomorrow for fear that if I come back, this isn't gonna be available anymore. This is often done by course sellers, for example, as well. Say they have only 20 seats for their new video calls, or they only have 20 new spots for their membership. This is going to cause you to buy probably much earlier than you would have if you knew that enrollment was just open to everybody, because you could sign up tomorrow, the next day. But if you know that it might not be available the next few days, you are going to be way more enticed to buy today. One email I just got from Skims was, Christina, the items you love are almost out of stock. And if I was on the fence about that, I think this would be the push for me to purchase. But really, I'm just following Skims because I love their email flows. So if you don't always want to be offering discounts, perhaps going the scarcity route instead might be more beneficial for your store. And you can do this through doing limited amount product launches. So maybe you have a certain collection where you only have 50 of them, which will increase the value and get people to purchase earlier. You can run email campaigns exactly like the one I received from Skims, highlighting that certain products are almost out of stock. So if people want them, to jump on them now. If you sell on Etsy and you do have a certain amount of products, make sure you're highlighting that and letting people know when you're out of stock. You can retouch up stock later, though I would not recommend just doing this to just add on top again. This might be unethical. Instead, you should definitely keep things off a bit until you have stock again, but making sure that you're actually highlighting this to get these extra sales from people who want this in this drop only. The next one is bonuses, and making sure you're highlighting bonuses. Bonuses are something additional for free they'll get with purchase. It doesn't really matter if it was free or the price is actually included in the main product cost that you did. You need to be highlighting these as a bonus so that people will pick you over competitors and your perceived value of your product goes up. One Etsy store that does this really well is called Upstrider, and in their images, they're always highlighting their bonuses. So this right here is a digital products library, but if we see at the bottom here, they have bonus number 1, which is send your listings for a free audit on the mentoring group hosted by myself. That is a massive extra bonus. That value is super high. And yes, this price is super expensive, but this bonus might be enough to push you over because now you also have access to a free mentoring group. Not only that, but they also give you a digital product AI generator. And if that is something that is valuable to you, again, that might be the extra push to choose this over a different competitor. Things like this are especially easy to do with digital products. If you sell mockups, give them a free size guide with the purchase of a mockup. If you sell a design course, give them free design templates that you made that were already verified to be bestsellers. And again, with a lot of these bonuses, especially with their digital downloads, they're things you can make once, add as a bonus, and it doesn't cost you anything to keep adding them as bonuses on any of your other sales. So you just create it once, but you've created so much more perceived value for your product, especially against competitors who don't offer this. For physical goods, maybe this is still another digital download free edition that they get with the email. Maybe it's an enter into a draw to win a free shirt later down the line. Maybe it's an extra sticker that goes with the shirt if maybe that niche makes sense. You need to make sure that the freebies make sense with the original product that you're selling so that it actually adds value, because if they're not relevant, it's not really going to matter to the person anyway. And the next one is one that I struggle with so much, and I'm trying to keep it top of mind, but it's something I always forget, but I have found a way to make AI help me with this, and this is called benefit framing. Benefit framing can be used in your photos, in your descriptions, in any marketing you do, and this puts yourself in the shoes of a customer and what they're going to gain from buying a product from you. Instead of highlighting features, instead we're highlighting benefits. So what does this look like? For example, if you're selling a vacuum cleaner, instead of saying this vacuum cleaner cleans really well, say something like this vacuum cleaner will cut your cleaning time in half. Instead of saying this t-shirt is made from breathable cotton, say something like stay cool and comfortable all day long in our breathable cotton shirt. People buy products not based on features, but how it's going to positively impact their life. And features are just technical stats. They don't really mean much to people, but if you frame it in the way of how this is going to change someone's life, even if this is minimally, they're going to be way more enticed to purchase from you. And they sound just so much more cool and down to earth than just listing any dry facts about your product. For example, Skims uses this in all of their details. If you take a look at their details, they also have a fit and fabric if you did want to look at the dry details, but we have words like this: made with our significant modal rib fabric, this addictively soft full-length silhouette brings out your curves you didn't even know you had with its slinky feel and body-hugging fit. So instead of just saying it has stretchy fabric, it talks about the curves that's going to help you show when you actually wear this dress. And I'll say I am not the best copywriter in the world, so trying to change things from feature-based to benefits-based is something I really struggle with. And using tools like ChatGPT and Gemini, I have been able to do this a lot easier. So I ask it for things like, I sell a blank, 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 or you can import your features here, and then ask it to write me a benefit-based description or a benefit-based sentence, whatever you're looking for, and then put that in, and they're going to reword this for you as a benefit-based sentence instead of, like we mentioned, the feature-based. The next is one that should sound obvious, but a lot of people still put it on the back burner, and this is majorly highlighting social proof. I'd say social proof is one of the most important factors to if people are going to trust you or not. For me personally, I look up reviews for everything. I read Amazon reviews, I read Google reviews before I make any decisions, especially nowadays when everything's e-commerce and we can find reviews way more accessible. People are more likely to trust someone that has reviews than someone who has none. So if you sell on Etsy, make sure you're asking every single person who purchases from you for a review. If you have Etsy reviews and now you're starting on Shopify, make sure you're moving over your reviews from Etsy to Shopify. A lot of people, even on Etsy, even though they have their reviews, they'll highlight some of their favorite reviews in their photo cards as well, so people see it automatically. Wholesome Culture is an e-commerce brand that I've always looked up to, and especially when you have lots of products, I like to make sure that you can see my star ratings underneath from scroll pages so that they don't have to click into the product to find out what the review is. Because if I'm looking at things like this, I honestly am probably more likely to buy this one that has 500 reviews over a product that probably is exactly the same, made by the same person, but I just trust these reviews a lot more, especially when I can see photos or if I can see videos that have been shared by these people and that I know that these are legit. Don't go making fake reviews. People can sniff out fake reviews from a mile away. Make sure these are authentic. If you're selling in one place, make sure you are bringing over the reviews to another place. Make sure you're giving great customer service, especially on their first few orders to get those early reviews. See if you can get friends and families to purchase from you and ask them to leave honest reviews as well. Do everything to get that initial social proof, and that will really help you bring your costs down for any marketing if you're doing paid ads, or get people to purchase from you and increase your conversion rate if you're selling on Shopify or Etsy. The next is exposure and making sure people see you more than once. If people see you once, they're not as likely to trust you. But if they keep seeing your ad pop up, they keep seeing your name, they hear your name from someone else, the trust in your brand starts to build. Etsy handles this wonderfully for us. If people say favorite an item of yours and you run a sale, Etsy will send your customer a reminder or a prompt that your item has gone on sale, reminding them that you exist. They also have automated emails to bring people back after they've purchased from you, if they added an item to their cart and then left and forgot about you, or even if they favorited an item from you, so that these people are hearing from you more than once. You're top of mind. If they see your brand a month ago, but they saw someone else's brand 2 days ago that sells the same thing, they're gonna remember the brand that they saw 2 days ago and not yours that they saw 30 days ago. So if you sell on Etsy, make sure that you have these turned on. They're not automatically turned on, so I'd make sure to go put this in and set these up. But if you're running your store from somewhere else, say for Shopify, for example, this is something that you need to manually set up. You need to make sure that you're setting up your own email marketing for running campaigns, for running these emails that Etsy already has set up, which is the view cart or abandon cart, or favorites, or get them to come back after they made a sale. My favorite tool is using Klaviyo, where I run all of my automated marketing campaigns. And on top of those, just 3 basic ones, I have a bunch of different flows, and I also run email campaigns. So maybe once a month, I'll run a 2-day sale, or I'll let people know about a new collection that came out so that I'm always top of mind if they're subscribed to my email marketing. If I'm doing paid ads, I'm also making sure I'm running remarketing ads so that if people have interacted with my product before, my site before, but forgot about me, they're going to hear from me again. And I'm sure a lot of you have noticed this, where you looked at a site and suddenly all of your ads on Facebook are for that site. And that's because they're running remarketing. And you might find it annoying, but what you don't realize is that you're slightly trusting them more and more. You've seen their name a bunch, they seem more legit. And again, they're going to be top of mind if you wanted to purchase this product and you had seen a competitor 10 days ago, but you saw our ad 2 days ago. The next strategy that I like to implement in my store, and if it's Etsy, if it's Shopify, if it's anything, is limiting choice overload. The more choice you have, the more difficult it is for a customer to make a decision, and the more likely they are to be dissatisfied with their choice. Have you ever gone to Netflix and you wanted to watch a movie, and there are so many different options that you just end up scrolling for an hour and you give up because there's nothing good to watch? But say maybe you only had 10 different movies to choose from, the choice would have been way quicker and you probably would have committed way faster and not had this overload of choice that caused you just to abandon. If you look up choice overload bias on Google and look for examples, you are going to see so many examples of brands who thought, I'm going to offer this in 10 different sizes, in 30 different colors, and made way less sales than if they just offered maybe one color with one size. I have seen so many Etsy stores that offer like 20 different colors for a shirt. They have military green, forest green, emerald green, moss green. They have a bunch of different colors and different hues and variations. I make sure I have max 7. I usually keep it 5 to 7, and I have none that are similar. I usually have black, white, a beige, maybe a forest green, maybe a pink, depending on the product, but I am never offering 2 different hues of pink, 2 different hues of red. I'm not offering every single color that print Shopify or wherever you get your product from offers. Because while you think someone might purchase more because they found their color, no, this just causes more overload. And when they get the product, they're more likely to think, I should have got that other color, which causes more dissatisfaction. And the last one, and probably one of the most important, is addressing objections. This is trying to think in the mind of your customer. Why didn't they purchase from me? And what can I do to fix that? Maybe someone's worried about the quality of your shirt. I've never ordered from you. I don't know how good this product's actually going to be. In that case, maybe I'm going to offer a quality guarantee and money back guarantee if there's any issues with their product. A grocery store near me does this. Their guarantee is offering the lowest price, but maybe sometimes I'm thinking, well, Walmart's usually cheaper. They have a price match guarantee. So if you ever find it cheaper, you can bring the flyer and they'll match that price. So they're always guaranteed to be the lowest. For me and my course right now, if someone's not happy with the course, I have a full refund guarantee, no questions asked. And especially a lot of people have been freaking out lately about Etsy stores being shut down. So something I offer is if your Etsy store gets shut down, I'll refund the course for you so you're not out of money. One e-commerce store that I love is called Il. They sell foundation and they're only online. And you might be thinking, well, how do you sell and match foundation if it's online? They actually have a quiz that you do at the beginning, but on top of that quiz, they have a guaranteed refund. Even if you've opened the product and used it, if it doesn't match, they'll send you a new one. So that has really, really helped. And I purchased from them during COVID, especially because I couldn't go anywhere to try things on anyway, and I still use them because of that guarantee. I was so surprised when I had used it twice. So they probably can't resell that. But part of their guarantee to make them stick out and get people to trust them from buying makeup online is offering that type of refund and exchange so that it is a risk-free purchase. So no matter what you sell, course, product, if you run a grocery store, if you run on Etsy, make sure you're thinking about the certain objections someone might have from buying from you and address that with a guarantee if you're able to. But if you are absolutely not able to offer refunds, returns, for example, then you really, really, really need to dive into social proof and getting people to trust you and understand that you don't have these issues. But if they have this doubt in their mind and they know they won't get their money back, that's going to cut your purchasing percent off by, I don't know how much, but a lot. All right, guys, I hope this helped no matter what you sell or where you sell online. These lessons have taught me so much and helped me so much with growing my businesses, again, across my course, across my Shopify, across my Etsy, as I've implemented this in all of them. And I really hope it makes a difference in your e-commerce journey as well. Thanks, guys.